today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. And the Carolina Panthers versus Deshaun Watson and the Houston Oilers.
A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott. On 1st and 10, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw into the hands of Kirk.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
first play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 52 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 carries, 100 yards on the nose, and a score.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Play fake, and it's Watson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Touchdown! Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Oilers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down, but hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Extra point try good by Gano.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
These two teams all tied after one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
That's a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Back to the running game with Swift. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point by Snell is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, Eckler. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Watson's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the seventh play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Flushed out right. They've got his man complete. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Watson. And this is caught at the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. A shotgun snap for Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. So we have come to half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. So this a 2-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the 3rd quarter. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now a look at Will Fuller as he and the rest of the offense gears up to get ready to go again. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Will Fuller was the intended target. 3rd down here. Watson now to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 4th down, Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try to keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Out of the gun, Watson. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Oilers are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Also, damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott now. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, here's Swift. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running is Swift. Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. This is swung out to Eckler. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but they lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the option to give to Swift here. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on second down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
Yeah, they've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Houston set to take over.
And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Faking the give. Now Watson steps away. He's letting this one go for full. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Watson off play action. Out to his left. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Touchdown! Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Oilers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
To throw, Watson.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 28 yards on that one. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Watson.
Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this across midfield and down a 48-yard